So I was riding up from Manali to Leh, and on the way you pass quite a few climbs, And in the morning when I got up, I stayed the night at a place called Bharatpur. When I got up, I had a splitting headache. I had a dryness in my mouth, and I had a body ache. So I categorized all three into separate, or I attributed all three symptoms to different illnesses. I said the body ache is because I've been riding. I'd been riding all the way from Bombay, by the way. The dryness in my mouth, I said, is because the previous night I had not drunk too much water because it was very cold. And the headache, I said, because I had gone to sleep unusually early and slept till my usual time. I'd overslept, and so my head was aching. From Bharatpur, I went further, and I reached a place called Pang. And I was not feeling good. All these three things put together was making me ill. And a local lady where I stopped for a cup of tea, she said, why don't you go and have a look at the doctor and get a checkup done? So I said, okay, let's do it. And the doctor diagnosed that I had AMS, which is mountain illness. It was a very simple treatment. They gave me a bit of oxygen and said, okay, you're ready to go. Now, what struck me is that in real life also, we can get hit by altitude sickness. Now, what is altitude sickness in real life? Altitude sickness in real life is where, we grow in life and then we start believing, oh, I'm so great, I'm so important, I'm so, the achiever type of thing. And this gets to us, right? Now, just like I did not realize that I was sick with mountain sickness. Right? I thought, okay, body ache for whatever reason, headache for whatever reason. The same thing is happening with us. We are getting these symptoms, you see. We have closed ourselves to learning because we are afraid of failing or people laughing at us. That's your ego. Your relationships where you probably don't want to say sorry or you don't want to approach somebody. You say, why don't they approach me? That's ego. And this ego, as we grow, is also growing. And we don't realize we're ill. You need to go to a first aid check post like I did. So what's the first aid check post? Go to your friends, go to your family, ask them what do they think. Is your ego big? And the funny part is the bigger the ego you have, the more offended you're going to be when they do tell you, yes, you do have an ego. Now there's a fine line, there's a huge line that differs ego from self-respect. So according to me, self-respect is the respect I have for myself. So no matter what anybody thinks or no matter what they believe of me, that's okay. I know who I am. That's self-respect. And when they so-called hurl abuse at me or insult at me, that's not going to hurt me because I'm sorted. I have my self-respect. I'm not going to walk away from them just because you insulted me. No. I'll take my time. I'll do what is needed, not what is expected. And when you have an ego, every little thing is going to hurt you. You'll want people to stand up when you walk in. You'll want them to recognize you. You'll want importance. And you will claim it's not ego, it's self-respect. So get with it. Self-respect is respect you have for self, not what somebody else has for you. And ego is when you believe what other people believe of you is your self-respect. So like I got my AMS checked and then had treatment, why don't get an ego check? Maybe you're climbing a mountain that's too high for you. God bless. Keep rocking.